Are you all turning into the Johnny Depp vs. Amber Heard defamation trial? If you are, then you know just how intense it is. If you aren't, well, Johnny Depp sued his ex-wife Amber Heard in March of 2019 after a 2018 article for the Washington Post titled "I spoke up against sexual violence and faced our culture's wrath. That has to change." In the piece, she refers to herself as a public figure representing domestic abuse. Depp wasn't mentioned by name, but he said it was defamation of his character. He ended up losing everything. He was dropped from the Fantastic Beasts franchise and was replaced. He was dropped from Disney as well. He was then labeled as a wife beater in a number of magazines. He has already lost so much, so what will happen if he loses this trial as well? First off, neither Depp or Heard are facing criminal charges in this case, nor are they facing any sort of criminal sentence such as imprisonment. Instead, Depp has asked for compensation. He wants, and I quote, "no less than $50 million and punitive damages to the maximum extent permitted by the law, and no less than $350,000. And based on how the trial is going, many think it's in Johnny's favor, as well as millions of people worldwide have come together in support of Johnny. In fact, even before the trial started, there were numerous attempts from Amber's legal team to dismiss the trial because they already knew how much evidence Johnny's team had against her. Anyways, if Amber does end up winning, a couple of things might happen. Now, like I said, a lot of people are siding with Johnny Depp. There's a lot of evidence that makes Amber look guilty. For example, when Amber Heard first came forward, TMZ published an audio from a 2009 court hearing in which Heard was arrested for allegedly assaulting her former partner, Van Rhee. Heard allegedly grabbed Van Rhee's arm and struck her while at the Seattle-Tacoma International Airport. Amber responded being like, "I'm a woman coming forward and I'm being discredited, this is sick." Whereas others were like, "No, something's fishy, I think she's lying." So if Amber Heard does win, Johnny is still going to have support from millions of people worldwide. Who knows, maybe in a couple of years things will settle down, and if he wants to, he can get back into acting. Now let's take a look at Robert Downey Jr. for example. Between 1996 and 2001, Robert Downey Jr. was arrested on a number of occasions for drug-related charges. In 1996, he was convicted for being in possession of heroin, cocaine, and a pistol when he was pulled over for speeding. In 1999, Robert was sentenced to 3 years in prison after violating his probation. In 2001, he turned his life around when he went to rehab. And even after all of that, he went on to do Iron Man and Sherlock Holmes upon other films. In 1988, Mark was sentenced to 2 years in prison after assaulting 2 Vietnamese men. On that day, he got in a fight with the men, yelling racial slurs at them before knocking one of the men unconscious with a stick, and he punched the other. It was said that these offenses were unprovoked. After pleading guilty to both counts, he was sentenced to prison. He went on to have a successful acting career afterwards. So if Hollywood can overlook those cases and other cases with other high-profile celebrities, like there have been other actors who have literally murdered people and are still in the industry, then who's to say they can't overlook Johnny's situation? Now, Johnny has said that nothing will make him go back to working with Disney, and he won't reprise his role as Captain Jack Sparrow. But maybe if he wants to, he'll be able to do other movies. But who knows? After all this, he might just be done with acting altogether. Now, when Amber first came forward about the abuse, Johnny stayed pretty silent. Eventually, he revealed everything that Amber did to him. He said that she, or possibly one of her friends, defecated in his bed. He said that she would regularly fly into violent rages, once cutting off his fingertip when she threw a liquor bottle at him. He first revealed this in 2018 when he sued News Group newspapers after one of its titles, The Sun, referred to him as a wife beater. But he lost the case in July of 2020. The judge agreed that on multiple occasions, Depp seemed to have placed Heard in fear for her life. Anyways, he already lost that trial and his career. If he were to lose this trial, it's sad to say, but not much would really change. Like I said, he already has a tarnished reputation, and hardly any brands want to work with him anymore. So if he loses, life would just be the same as it is now. I will say, one of the biggest pieces of evidence is a recording of Heard taunting Johnny. In the recording, she says, and I quote, "You can tell people it was a fair fight. See what the jury and judge think. Tell the world, Johnny. Tell them, Johnny Depp, a man I'm a victim too of domestic violence, and it's a fair fight, and see how many people believe or side with you. Now that right there is solid evidence against her. That, along with the number of lies she's been caught in, like saying she used Milani Cosmetics Conceal Perfect All-in-One Correcting Kit during her relationship with Depp to hide bruises that he caused her. And then it was revealed that that product wasn't even available until a year later. There's a lot going on that is making people question Amber's allegations. So like I said before, even if Johnny loses, those two key pieces of evidence, among others, will help him. Those that believe him will stay by his side. That includes family, friends, fans, brands, and production companies. What do you guys think about this trial so far? Are you streaming it? Please keep the comments a positive place, but feel free to let me know who you're rooting for. With that being said, while you're down there, smash that like button, obviously subscribe to our channel. I've been your host, Lindsay Ivan, and I'll see you when I see you. Bye.